The devastating earthquakes that hit Turkey and Syria earlier this month have claimed over 46,000 lives so far. Hundreds of thousands of survivors, meanwhile, struggle to rebuild their lives around the rubble, manoeuvring through the streets of the erased towns and cities. Our next report brings you some of the stories of despair and hope. Take a look.
A cake, candle and a birthday wish. And some smiling faces. As Bafin celebrates her 5th birthday in Turkey's Hatay province, masking the pain and sufferings of survivors. But there are many children who would never celebrate their birthdays again. These are volunteers tying balloons over rubble in the memory of the victims who perished in the devastating earthquakes on 6th of February. Those who survived are still homeless, huddled together in relief camps, trying to adjust to life without a home.
Bir evde 5 kişi yaşarken 5.000 kişi olmak biraz sıkıntılıdır. Labosudur, yemek sırasıdır, olabilir. Onu da idare edecek. Allah bundan sonra bize göstermesin yavrum. Onda Allah yani devlette de millette de bin kere razı olsun. Battaniyemiz de geldi, giyeceğimiz de geldi. Çocuklarımıza oyuncağa kadar geldi.
In Syria's northwestern city of Azaz, the displaced families face a new challenge. A shortage of tents. With the spike in demand, local workshops are working round the clock to make more tents enough to shelter families. But even with the increased production, manufacturers say there are not enough raw material, like steel.
It's very difficult to provide tents. Our people who have been displaced because of the earthquake are currently staying on the agricultural lands or shelters, but there's been great difficulty in providing tents. The reason is that the United Nations and relief agencies haven't reached us in the shelters. There are some 200 or 300 families, but we cannot secure tents for them. And if there are tents available, their prices have doubled.
Beyond those whose homes collapsed, millions of others across the region now face this dilemma of whether to risk re-entering their homes, wait for structural tests, or move elsewhere.
My heart aches. It's hard. We have been living in this house for a long time, not a day or two. We have been living here for 7 years. My children were born here in this house. And now we are moving to a new house, starting a new life. It's hard.
Many in the affected zones are facing a dire emergency as they try to pick up the pieces in freezing conditions without food, water and toilets, raising the spectre of further disaster from diseases. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.